You might think the deepest snow is impassable for big trucks. You'd be wrong. Today you're going to meet massive military off-road snow machines that laugh in the face of blizzards. You won't believe how the armies of the world solved winter's worst terrain. We're not talking just tracked vehicles or snowmobiles. We're talking full-sized off-road trucks designed to conquer snow, ice, Arctic tundra. These beasts are rarely seen, almost never talked about, yet they play a secret role in military mobility where most vehicles freeze or stall. So buckle up, because by the end you'll see snow in a totally new light. Imagine yourself at an Arctic outpost. Temperatures plunging far below 30-degree ride. Snow drifts 6 feet high, wheels spinning helplessly. Now imagine a truck rolling through that, carrying troops, supplies, maybe even missiles. That's the setting for our story. And in this first part, we'll dive into the first of these giant snow-capable machines, where they came from, what made them special, and why you probably never heard of them. Let's start with something you might know. The idea that wheels can't do snow is outdated. In fact, some of the most extreme snow mobility in the world comes from heavy-duty tracked or multi-axle off-road carriers. For instance, the Russian family of Vityaz DT-30 articulated tracked carriers were built for swamp and snow alike. They're not exactly trucks in the traditional sense, but they show the scale of the problem and the solutions that leapfrog normal trucks. But let's pull it back to an off-road truck you'd recognize. Something with wheels, though massive ones. The Finnish-designed Sisu E13TP. This truck originated in Finland, a country where snow is simply part of life. The Sisu E13TP was built to carry heavy loads in conditions from 55 degrees up to plus 150 degrees C. Yes, that's its quoted operating range. The standard version is 8x8, 8 wheels, and designed for military logistics, radar carriers, bridging equipment. What makes it snow special? The terrain capability. It can climb 60% grades, ford through deep water, handles side slopes of 30%, and was built with Arctic operations in mind. Picture it. A huge 8-wheeled truck rumbling through deep snow, hauling a bridge segment or missile launcher, with the crew inside wearing cold weather gear. That alone challenges your assumption that trucks stop at the snow line. Why did the militaries build such trucks? Because in snowy or icy terrain, traditional logistics fails. When you rely only on tracked vehicles or snowmobiles, you're limited in payload, range, flexibility. A heavy truck that can carry several tons of cargo yet still move where roads are gone gives an enormous tactical advantage. The E13TP is a perfect example. It serves as a platform for radar and missile systems, even in remote, snowbound regions. Now here's a fun twist. Most people think big military trucks are only for deserts or roads. Snow? That's niche. And yet these machines exist and operate. They're rarely in pop culture. You won't see a big snow military truck blockbuster. That gives us the curiosity hook. What else is out there that's even crazier? Because if the Sisu is one extreme, the next ones are stranger. Now picture yourself deep inside Siberia, a land where winter never ends. You're standing on a frozen river, wind cutting like knives, snowdrifts piled higher than rooftops. Suddenly, through the white haze, you see it. A gigantic double-bodied crawler rolling forward like some metal glacier. This is the Vityaz DT-30 PM, one of Russia's most incredible Arctic transporters. It's not just a truck. It's practically a land train that swims through snow. The DT-30 was designed in the Soviet era by a company called Hägglunds Transport Engineering. Its name, Vityaz, literally means knight, and it deserves that title, a knight of the snow. This machine is 2 articulated units connected by a central hinge, allowing it to twist and flex over uneven ground. Each section has massive rubber tracks, and together they spread the vehicle's weight so evenly, it barely sinks even in deep powder snow. You could drive this thing over a frozen lake or across a swamp in summer without breaking through. Soldiers have described it as floating on snow. The numbers alone make your jaw drop. Fully loaded, the DT-30 can weigh up to 60 tons and still travel up to 45 km/h over snow, carrying 30 tons of cargo or troops in its cargo section. The cabin is heated, pressurized, and even has life support for long Arctic missions. Some variants carry radar systems, others haul ballistic missiles or mobile repair workshops. You can even add amphibious gear, letting it swim through icy rivers. Yes, This snow truck can swim. The secret of its success is its articulated design. Unlike a normal truck with fixed axles, this hinge lets the front and back move independently. When the front half climbs over a snowbank, the rear follows smoothly, keeping traction and balance. The same system lets it turn sharply. Despite being over 12 meters long, it's like two tanks joined by a flexible spine. The first time Western observers saw it, they thought it was a science fiction prototype. But it's very real, and it's been used for decades from Siberia to Antarctica. Russia even uses modified DT-30s for Arctic research bases and missile transport along the northern sea route. When the world freezes, the Vityaz gets to work. Here's a wild fact. The DT-30's ground pressure is only about 0.29 kilograms per square centimeter. That's less than a human footprint. Imagine a 60-ton machine that presses on the snow more gently than you walking in boots. That's why it can drive over areas where ordinary trucks or tanks would sink instantly. Its designer solved one of winter's biggest mobility problems with pure engineering brilliance. And it's not just the Russians. Across the world, other nations built their own monsters to fight the cold. Take the Hägglunds BV 206, born in Sweden, the land that practically invented winter endurance. This vehicle looks like a baby cousin of the Vityaz, but don't let its size fool you. It's a twin-cab, rubber-tracked amphibious carrier used by Sweden, Finland, Canada, and even the U.S. Marines. The BV 206 can carry up to 17 soldiers, glide across snow, mud, even water. It's light, flexible, and tough. Soldiers love it because it just never gets stuck. And Wikipedia.org wiki Bandbang 206. The BV 206 earned its reputation in some of the coldest NATO exercises ever staged. It can handle temperatures down to 45 degrees C, climbs 45-degree slopes, and has amphibious propellers hidden under its belly. The U.S. Marine Corps uses it in Alaska for cold weather logistics and search and rescue. What makes it special isn't size and its reliability. When other vehicles stall or freeze, this little tank truck keeps rolling. It's so versatile that even firefighters and scientists in Antarctica use it. And yes, there's an upgraded version called the BVS-10 Viking, which serves the British Royal Marines and Netherlands forces. Even tougher, even faster. Now imagine a convoy of these BV-206s trekking across a whiteout. Headlights glowing through blizzard fog, radios crackling, engines humming low. They look small beside the Vityaz, but they're legends in their own right. Proof that snow warfare isn't just about brute force. It's about balance, traction, and smart design. But hold that thought, because the next vehicle in our story makes even the Vityaz look modest. It's one of the largest wheeled off-road snow trucks ever built, and its origin is both secretive and brilliant. Meet the MAZ-7907, a Soviet colossus built in the late 1980s to transport mobile intercontinental ballistic missiles. This thing is so big it needed two drivers, one at each end. The MAZ-7907 wasn't originally meant as a snow truck, but its engineering made it one of the most capable heavy off-roaders ever. It had 24 wheels, each powered by electric motors connected to a gas turbine engine that produced nearly 250 horsepower. Because of its length, 28 meters, and the distributed power, it could move across snow and soft ground where normal trucks would bog down. Engineers tested it on snowfields near Minsk and found it could keep moving with minimal sink, despite its 150-ton payload. Imagine seeing that thing coming at you through the mist. 24 massive tires crunching through frozen tundra. The whole truck flexing as it turns, silent except for the hum of its turbine. Why does it matter? Because it shows how militaries blend innovation with necessity. The Cold War forced nations to make vehicles that could deploy anywhere. Desert, jungle, or frozen Arctic. These snow monsters weren't made for show. They were built to keep nuclear deterrence mobile, to transport radar or fuel across Siberia, or to rescue troops stranded in blizzards. They were the invisible backbone of winter warfare. Now think about this. Most of these machines never appear in public parades or movies. They operate far from cities and places few humans will ever see. That's what makes them so fascinating. They're giants born for isolation, engineered courage against the planet's harshest climate. So next time you see a normal truck stuck in a bit of snow, remember there are machines out there that would just laugh and keep rolling. But the next one we're about to meet takes the idea of a truck and turns it upside down. Literally. Because it doesn't even ride on tracks or wheels in the usual sense. It floats over snow using something totally different. Curious? Keep watching. Because it's one of the strangest military vehicles ever to roam the Arctic.